Okay, last video for Bellwork 15A. I'm going to help you start number 4, and I'm going to help you start number 6, and you'll finish those 2 on your own. So again, we're talking about Cycle Dream Enterprise and Blazing Saddles Incorporated, 2 bike rental companies, and we're finding the equation for both. So we already found the equation for Blazing Saddles. Now we need to find the equation for Cycle Dream Enterprise. So let's look at this graph. Well, right there's your y-intercept, so go ahead, put down a number there for what B is. And then we need to find the rate of change, so we need to find our rise over run. So I'm going to use this point right here, and I'm going to use this point right here. So each grid line is, again, just like Blazing Saddles, is going by tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. So the rise for Cycle Dream goes from 40 to 70, so that would be a rise of 30. The run goes from 2 to 4, so that would be a run of 2. So going over to number 4 here, rate of change, which is our slope, is rise over run. Go ahead and divide that out and find how much Cycle Dream charges per hour. Then the rate of change, or sorry, initial value, which is your y-intercept, is whatever you wrote right there that I just circled. So take the information that you found right here, put m in front of x and b behind x. Go ahead and write your equation for Cycle Dream. You can pause the video and write your equation for Cycle Dream. Okay, number 6. Number 6 could be done the same way we did number 3, where you plugged the number in for x and used, your calculators or whatever to solve. But also it can be done in a very simple way by looking at the graph. Because it's giving you a graph, it's telling us how much they charge for 4 hours. So I'm going to highlight the 4 hours. We want to know who charges less for 4 hours. I'm going to help you with Blazing Saddles, and then you're going to be on your own for Cycle Dream. So let's put Cycle Dream and Blazing Saddles. So for Blazing Saddles, they want to know how much that Blazing Saddles charges for 4 hours. So go right there to the 4 hours on the graph where I just circled, and go from the 4 up, follow that grid line up to where it touches the graph. And now go from that point straight over to the y-axis. So the arrow is pointing towards how much they charge. Well, once again, it's not right on a grid line, but it's halfway between 60 and 70. Halfway between 60 and 70 would be what? So that means that Blazing Saddles, halfway between 60 and 70 is 65. Blazing Saddles charges $65 for 4 hours. I'm going to make these lines a little thinner. Okay, now you're going to want to do the same thing for Cycle Dream. Go from the 4 up to where it touches the graph. And then go straight over. And you can determine how much Cycle Dream costs for 4 hours, how much they charge for 4 hours, and then your final answer. You'll put the name of the company in the blanks I just drew. So it's either going to be Cycle Dream charges less for 4 hours, or Blazing Saddles charges less for 4 hours. You're going to fill in those blanks. If you have any questions at all on 4 or 6 or any other questions on the Bellwork, please do not hesitate to ask.